Welcome, one and all, to Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 531. I am your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn here, as always, with suspenders set to maximum stun, but slightly hidden at the moment, as it is a rather cold night. So I don't know what it's like in your area, but we've got some cold from Canada coming down into the Seattle area where I'm at, and so we've had some pretty cold days. And it's cold right now. The problem is that I have to keep my window open if I'm going to smoke in this room. So I had to make a choice. Do I cigar and be cold, or do I no cigar and stay warm? I chose to cigar and be cold because I can add layers. So that's my plan. Don Coynton is in the chat. Good to see you, Don Coynton. Weird Beard, Brian Sanchez, Roman, David Norrell, many of the regulars. And we've got folks on Mixer in the chat today. Laura and Rev and J90 Lurch. I'm so glad to see each and every one of you. Now, before we get too far into the program, I want to quickly talk about my streaming schedule for the rest of this week. So as you know, we finished Wolfenstein Youngblood last week, and I got to enjoy it. Towards the end there, I found a way. This is the way it is with games. Even the bad games, if you try, you can find a way to enjoy it. And that's the way it was with Wolfenstein Youngblood. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's an irredeemable game, but when you're playing single player, it's really hard to enjoy. But by the end of the session, day 4 or 5, I found a way. And that was by enjoying each and every lootable, all of the wonderful cassette tapes and the notes and the songs. We had fun reading all of those and enjoying the crazy German backstory lore that's going on in that universe. So I found a way to enjoy it, but we finished it. So now I've got to replace it with something. And as I said a few streams ago, we're going to be replacing Wolfenstein Youngblood with Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu. This will bring a happy tear to the eyes of whomever in the chat was really interested in our Sinking City series. I had a fun time with The Sinking City. I hope you guys did too. And I kind of missed it. So we're going to be going to Call of Cthulhu for Friday, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But I'm going to be streaming Call of Cthulhu on Twitch. And the reason is because I'm trying to experiment with other streaming platforms aside from YouTube. YouTube is wonderful for videos, but it's really frustrating trying to be a live streamer on YouTube. Pardon me. Which is why I tried to integrate with Mixer, but Mixer is having a really hard time making me a partner. They're just taking forever with it. I've sent them messages saying, hi, I want to be a partner. I'd love to stream more on Mixer. And I've been streaming every single broadcast on Mixer, but they have yet to make me a partner. So I'm going to try Twitch. I'm going to go back to Twitch for Fridays only. The rest of my live streams still on YouTube and Mixer, but because of the way Twitch is set up, they don't really like you streaming on other platforms at the same time. For my Friday broadcasts, I have to stream on Twitch alone. I don't like that. I think it's wrong. I've tweeted about how I think it's wrong, but those are the rules, and I will follow them out of respect to the platform. So that's the plan for tomorrow. The Sinking City on Twitch. And of course, the replay will go back up on YouTube when I'm done. It'll go back up on YouTube when I'm done. The Dark Sheriff says, you can't run through a campground. You can only ran because it's past tense. I haven't poured scotch yet. We can't get into the dad jokes until I pour my scotch. And that leads us to our first prop. I got this as soon as I saw it on the Bethesda store because I have fond memories of little metal camping mugs like these. I don't know about you, but I mean, I was in the Boy Scouts and we had these, only they were blue. Ours were a blue metal with white polka dots all over it. Did you have that camping equipment? It was the 90s. That's what we had. But this just reminded me of those good old camping days with your little tin mug and your cup of hot cocoa sitting around the campfire. Only instead of hot cocoa sitting around the campfire, and instead of it being a blue tin mug, it's a Slocum's Joe Fallout-themed mug. And it's not cocoa and marshmallows. It's scotch. Cheers and bottoms up. Ah. Oh, go over there. No, no, I'm fault. There we go. Okay, I've got my jokes. Or I'm sorry, I've got my scotch. I'm ready for your dad jokes. Junior Spoonie says, "Hey, Oxhorn, love the show, man. Offend the bad game. Both are of the wonderfuls. Any advice for an aspiring YouTuber?" Offend the bad game? The games? I don't know what you mean there. But for an aspiring YouTuber, I would say just buckle down and make that content. You know, make it in your voice. Make it the best you can possibly be. Watch other streamers, not to copy them, because you don't want to do everything they're doing, but to find out what annoys you. And I know it's weird saying that, because I don't mean to be critical of other YouTubers, and I'm not. I'm not critical of other YouTubers. But as a viewer, and it's kind of the same way, you know, when making a game. If I were to make a video game, I would play a ton of other video games to learn what works and what doesn't work. And it's the same for being a YouTuber. There are certain things that YouTubers do that as a viewer annoy me, and so I don't do them. Like, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Oxhorn. Now, before we get any further, be sure to just mash that like button. Just pound that like button with everything that you've got. There's a like button there, and if you haven't pounded that thing, you need to pound that like button, and then maybe subscribe, because you got to subscribe as well. So pound that subscribe button, and then pound that like button, and then I've got Patreon. 5 minutes later. Just pound that Patreon button. Just pound it into the ground and keep on pounding it. And hey, this is sponsored by Really Long Sponsorship. 2 minutes later, man, I've got a long sponsorship. Isn't that great? Okay, now the content. So I don't do that. I put all my stuff at the end. All my self-promotion, I save it to the very end of the video. I figure, you know what? I'm going to earn it. I'm going to earn the right to self-promote by giving you the content first and then going through my spiel at the very end. That's how I chose to go about it. And I don't know if that contributed in any way to my success, but it's something that annoyed me about other YouTubers, and so I chose not to do it myself. So that would be my suggestion to you. If you're going to go to YouTube, just watch a bunch of YouTubers, see what other people are making, and find out what you, as a viewer, bothers you, and don't do that. And then just do everything else in your own voice, right? Okay. Ethan Hughes says, Oxhorn, my Concorde in Fallout 4 is filled with random cars that shouldn't be there, and I don't know how to fix it. Your Concorde? Concorde, it's not a... Concord isn't a... It's not a town that you can edit. Like, it's not a settlement. So how are there cars in Concord that shouldn't be there? I'm confused. I don't know how that... It's got to be a mod you got installed. You got any mods installed? Man, I don't know how to help you with that. Howdy, Ox, you a fan of Lovecraft, says David Sharp. After playing The Sinking City, I think I have to be. I mean, I enjoyed The Sinking City, and there was, man, there was so much Katiganar, and I know how to say Katiganar now because I played The Sinking City, so. Yeah, I haven't read Lovecraft, so I can't say I'm a fan of Lovecraft, but I guess you could say I enjoy Lovecraftian-themed things. Is that fair? Slurry Dude says, yay, for once, I get to join a live stream. You made it on time. Good to see you, my friend. Irvin Chadwick says, Oxhorn, are you looking forward to streaming Red Dead Redemption? It comes out on PC next month. Absolutely. I don't know when I'm going to fit it into my broadcast schedule because we do have The Outer Worlds, which I am committed to broadcasting, and Wastelanders, the Wastelanders DLC for Fallout 76, which I am committed to broadcasting. But if we can squeeze it in there somewhere, somehow, I would love to live stream Red Dead Redemption. It will be a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to it for a long time. I wish they had given me more time. I wish they had announced that it was coming out on PC like a year ago so that I could prepare and get ready for it. But no, they do it a month before. Okay, Lucky Babcack says, hey, Oxhorn, just swinging by. Have a great evening. Thank you, Lucky Babcack. Glad you stopped by. Josh Bunton with a very generous tip. Thank you, Josh Bunton. Says, bills are finally paid for once so I can go big. But Ox, what's the difference between in-laws and outlaws? Outlaws are wanted. I'm glad my in-laws aren't watching right now. I'd probably get in trouble for that one. Thank you, Josh. Very, very kind. All right, let's light this cigar before we go any further. I bought a new lighter right away. I'm so frustrated by this lighter that I finally bought a new lighter, and it's going to arrive in a couple of days. How cold is it in the studio, says Mika. I don't know. It's pretty cold. I think I've got a thermometer. No, it's being hidden by my blinds. I don't know. It's like in the 50s. Oh my gosh, this lighter. Stop. Stop. There we go. Next up. A Vault-Tec University pennant. I wish I had known about this before I populated my prop shelf, my shrine, with all of the pennants that I got on Etsy. But this is going to be perfect for my Fallout 76 shelf. A Vault-Tec University pennant. So I'm going to have to find room between next to my West Virginia pennant. I was surprised I even found that. I thought I had hit the jackpot when I found a West Virginia travel tourist pennant from the 50s, and I bought it, put it on my shelf, and now I've got a Vault-Tec University pennant. So I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, that's all the props I've got. Nick says Red Dead would be a great Scotch and smoke rings game. Yeah, from everything I've seen. My brother's big into Red Dead, so I'm not going into it completely blind. I talked with him about it. He's a huge fan. I saw him play for about 30 minutes. It sounds like it's my kind of game. And it's not the first Rockstar game we've covered on the channel. Remember, I did an entire LA Noire series. So I think I've broken the ice when it comes to Rockstar on the channel, and so it should be a smooth transition. Now, will I do lore videos or live streams? That, I don't know the answer to that. Is there enough lore? Probably. Is it the kind of lore I want to do? I don't know. I'm going to play it. I'm going to live stream it. Maybe we'll do lore about it. I'm not sure. Nakasaku says, hello there, sir. It's a fine Friday, isn't it? Hello, fans. Love y'all. Over and out. Thank you, Nakasaku. Ethan Hughes says, Fallout 2 videos this weekend. That's right. 2 of them just for you. Vault 15 and Vault 13. The Vault 15 video is done. I have it completely done and rendered and everything. And I'm working on the Vault 13 video right now. So Vault 15 for Saturday. Vault 13 is about halfway done. I'm going to have that for you on Sunday. Vault 15 video is about 30 minutes long. The Vault 13 video, I think it's going to clock in around 45 minutes long. So 2 nice, good, big pieces of content. And they advance the story. We've been stuck in New Reno for half this episode, most of this year, practically. And finally, we're getting to some episodes that advance the primary plot of the game. And we advance quite a bit. It's a big advance this week. Major plot turning points happened this weekend for Fallout 2. So if you've missed the series up to this point, now's your chance. Go back from the very beginning, start with my Arroyo episode, catch up with the full story of Fallout 2 in time for Saturday, because we'll pick up in Vault 15 on Saturday. We'll discover the location of Vault 13, and we'll go to Vault 13 on Sunday. Good stuff. I'm really excited. Jay-Z says, Oxhorn, hello, Oxhorn. Hope you're doing well. What are you playing for Mondays? Also, will you do Wastelanders? It's not like you can quick save and pick another option. 2 questions. Great questions. I will be doing Wastelanders, and you're right. I can't quick save and go back and pick a new speech option. So my hands are tied. I'm going to play through the DLC, and I'm going to tell the story that I come across. I just don't have the time, as it's a multiplayer game, to create a second character and grind that character all the way to like level 50, just so that I can go through the entire experience again and choose alternative speech options, especially when there's probably going to be 3 or 4 different outcomes for each quest. So that would require 3 or 4 different characters. I just can't do that. It's not in a multiplayer game. So what I'll do for lore videos for Wastelanders is I'll just do my story. I'll probably pick what I think is the good story and show that ending. And if I happen to find out what other opportunities are, the outcome of other choices. I'll describe what those are. I just can't cover it all with a multiplayer game like Wastelanders. So that's how I'm going to tackle that. The Easy Life says, hey, Oxhorn, just found out I'm going to be a dad. Great news during a live stream by one of my favorite YouTubers. Life is good. That's awesome, The Easy Life. Congratulations. I believe that deserves a toast. Toast to The Easy Life, about to be a dad. Cheers, everybody. Jessica Sharp on Mixer says, hello, Oxhorn. I'm normally on YouTube, but I'm giving Mixer a try. You're going to have to let me know how you like it. Everybody tells me that quality on Mixer is great. Broadcast quality on Mixer is great. Oh, and they just keep flying by. Aurora T. Silver says, hi, Oxhorn. I'm glad I'm back to enjoy your stream. I'm glad you're back, too. Thank you very much. Douglas Delegard with the tip says, been having a frustrating day. Net keeps dropping. Hope it holds for your stream. I hope so, too. I hate it when that happens, but I'm glad you made it to give me a comment here. Jason says, love the show, Oxhorn, but the Facebook title is saying this is Day 2 of Rage 2. Just an FYI. Did I not change the title? I don't think I did. Actually, I think that's my fault. I'm not going to blame the platform. I think that's actually my fault. Well, I've got it updated on YouTube, but I forgot to update it everywhere else. So my apologies, everybody. Russell says, hey, Oxhorn, just want to say you are amazing and an inspiration, and I've gotten to work on my own lore videos about the Dragon Age series. Hey, that's great, Russell. Well, congratulations, and I hope that does very well for your channel. Ethan says, heck yeah, I can't wait. Man, I love that. To see that enthusiasm about Fallout 2. I'm all about Fallout 2. It's been such a fun series. Roman says, I'm considering Fallout 4 for first playthrough. Do you think it's a good game? I do. I enjoyed Fallout 4. It's what got me back into the Fallout franchise. I played Fallout 3, but I never played New Vegas until I got back into it with Fallout 4 and really enjoyed it. And that got me into New Vegas. So yeah, I think it's a good game. Aurora says, I love how your office is looking. It's looking very nice. Thank you. Yeah, it's getting there. I'm almost to the point where I'm done with it. I'm not quite done with it yet. Still a few pieces of furniture and props I need to get in here. But and when I get them, I'll do another update to my Fallout shrine and office. Royal Placebo says, Ox, if Bethesda was to reboot Fallouts 1 and 2 in the same 3D worlds we have today, voice acting, etc., would you play it? I would. Now, I don't think that it's necessary for them to do that, as anyone can play Fallouts 1 and 2 right now. But I do realize that the game itself is a barrier for most people who were not raised in the isometric 90s point-and-click RPG sort of games. I have fond memories of those kind of games, so I got into Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, and I'm really enjoying myself. And I know that many people on the broadcast have been enjoying it as well. But I also recognize that there are lots of Fallout fans whose first Fallout was Fallout 3 or New Vegas or 4, and they just don't want to play some of the older isometric games, so they miss out on all that story, which is, incidentally, one of the reasons why I'm doing my Fallout series on YouTube, so they can still enjoy the story without actually having to play the game. But, I would play it. I don't want it, but I would play it. No Name says, what would you like to see in Fallout 5? I'd like to see numerous choices that each have their own different consequences, set in an interesting location like Canada that expounds upon the world lore. That's what I'd like to see. I just want to see a Fallout 5. I really hope that I can see Fallout 5. Miss Cindy with a bunch of the new emotes. That's right. Thank you, little Miss Cindy. So, that's right. Update. We've got brand new emotes. So I've been talking about these for some time. If you're a member on YouTube, you will notice that you have a brand new membership icon, and each icon looks different depending upon how long you've been a member. New members have the little brown derby with the blue band, and you get silver stars above your derby as you advance over the months. And then long-term members get silver derbies and gold derbies. I think it's 2 years you get the gold derby. Silver Derby, I think, comes in at 6 months. I forget which one. But yeah, so new Derby badges next to your name for all YouTube members. And there are a bunch of new emotes. Lil Miss Cindy went through all of them. There's Oxhorn Cry. Oxhorn Flip, which gives you a nice cool lighter. There's... Wow, I'm really bad at streaming and typing at the same time. There's Oxhorn Heal. So instead of shouting heal Oxhorn during my live streams, because I forget to heal, it's not important. You can use the heal emote to remind me to heal my character. Then there's Oxhorn LOL, LOL, which has got a big laughing tear face there. Then there's Oxhorn Lurk, because this looks like a good place for a Mirelurk den. I figured that'd be a good one. Then there's Oxhorn Save. So if I forget to save, we can prevent happening what happened when I was playing Minerva's Den, lose an entire stream's worth of content because I forgot to save. So there's Oxhorn Save. You can let me know when I've forgotten to save. And I think those are all the new ones. No, there's a couple more. There's Oxhorn WoW, W-O-W. Wow, that's a WoW face. Then there's Oxhorn What? W-U-T? Oxhorn what? What? That's for really curious parts of the game. What is going on here? You can use the Oxhorn what emoji. And then there's the Oxhorn Yuck. Oh man, like if we're playing Metro Exodus, Y-U-K, Oxhorn Yuck. If we're playing Metro Exodus and we're going through a big slime pit with tentacles and leeches and monsters and stuff, you can go, oh, Oxhorn Yuck, and give me the big Oxhorn Yuck emoji. There you go. Those are all of the new YouTube emojis. Hope you enjoy them. I'll be able to unlock more as my YouTube subscribership grows. So the more YouTube subscribers I get, the more emojis I can unlock. Kilo77 says, hey, Oxhorn, stuck at work on a 16-hour shift. Can't stay, unfortunately. Just wanted to drop by and show my support before going back to work. Cheers. Thank you, Kilo. Have a good day at work. Sorry you've got to go, but I understand. Gotta make that bread to feed that family. I get it. Thanks for stopping by. Preston Hinchcliffe says, I love your vids. I've been binging them a lot lately, and I'm glad that I'm finally off work to watch a stream. Thank you very much for stopping by. Glad you're taking your break with me. Douglas Delegard says, oh. Okay, told me not to read this, but I did read it. I won't read it aloud, but thank you, Douglas Delegard. That's extremely kind. It means a lot to me, and I'm not going anywhere. I'll keep it up. Jay says, what did you think of Maxson in Fallout 76? In my opinion, his voice was unconvincing, uncharismatic, and try too hard. Captain Taggarty must have been a great salesperson. Captain Taggart? Did you mean Lieutenant Taggarty, or did you mean Captain Taggart? So my opinion on Maxson in Fallout 76, I was surprised by his voice. So, but I mean, it's hard to pull that off right, because all we know of Roger Maxson is from what we read in the terminal entries at Mariposa that we find during the events of Fallout 1, and then what his children and descendants say about him during the events of Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 and thereon and thereafter. So, right off the bat, we get the picture of like a messianic figure. He is the founder of the Brotherhood of Steel, this great icon that rebelled against the tyranny of America and founded the Brotherhood of Steel. So we've already got these high expectations of this guy. And then we hear his voice in Fallout 76, and he kind of just sounds like a normal dude. We kind of go, what? But most of the great figures of history kind of sounded like normal dudes. Abraham Lincoln's voice, for example. We don't have a recording of it, but I learned when doing research on my video Temple of the Union and Head of State that he had a pretty normal sounding voice. It was a tenor. It wasn't a low, big, powerful, resonating voice. He was a tenor, kind of like me, sort of a higher, melodic voice. So yeah, I mean, maybe that's more realistic. Maybe it's not what we expected, but for Roger Maxson to sound like that, maybe it's a bit more realistic. He was also very idealistic, and he used psychology a lot. This had more to do with the writing and less the voice acting, but the writing that they used to create the character of Roger Maxson for Fallout 76, he was playing mind games with humanity itself, which is how he explained all of the Brotherhood ranks. You know, creating these elaborate, lavish ranks pulled from medieval history to try and give people new meaning and understanding. Working as a psychologist, really, to understand how humans think and tick to try and get people to support his cause. Which is really, I mean, I never thought of Roger Maxson that way, but it kind of makes sense if you're going to found a faction that outlasts you, which it did, and not only that, but lasts hundreds of years, which it did, you're going to have to know a little bit about human psychology. So, I like the Roger Maxson we meet in Fallout 76. He's not the Roger Maxson I envisioned. He certainly didn't sound like it, but, yeah, I like it. Okay. Aurora says, also wanted to say, I'm sorry I had to leave your Patreon as a patron, but I needed to save up money. I will soon return as a patron when I can. No worries, Aurora. Real life issues are more important than supporting your favorite streamer. I totally get it. I'm really appreciative of your support. Keith says, who makes your coat? Looks nice. Me want. It's hard to find a coat that fits. I'm sad to say, so I had to have this custom tailored. I didn't find a custom tailor. I just went to one of those websites online where you put in your dimensions and pick a fabric and they ship it to you. And I don't remember. I bought this years ago. This is like before I did this channel. I've had this coat, so I don't remember the name of the company. Sorry. Rachel, with some Scotch glass emojis, says, Ox, this is now the universal symbol for you to drink in Fallout 76. Thank you. Next time I see the Scotch glasses, I will remember to drink in Fallout 76. LG Unchained. Sorry, Lagunch. No, LG Unchained says, hey, Oxhorn, your house looks so to be beautifully decorated. Would you ever perhaps give us a tour of your place? Maybe. I don't know. This is my public streaming place. The rest of my house is like it's my private family place. Maybe I'll give you a tour of the office when it's done, but probably not the rest of my place. Dawson Dawson Holiday says, so Oxhorn, are you going to pay the $200,000 to get your own clone? If so, will you use it as a grown slave, as spare organs, or raise it yourself? No, I'm not going to clone myself. I wrote a science fiction story about this very topic. I called it Planned Immortality. And I published it in a collection of short stories on Amazon well over a decade ago. And in that story, I predicted this very thing, where you could clone yourself and use the body that you produce to hack it from organs and stuff. So I was opposed to that in the story. So no, I probably would never clone myself. Okay. Now, had to relight my cigar before we go into this next topic. Holy cow. What is with this week? What is Blizzard doing? Have you been following me on Twitter? I've been freaking out about this on Twitter. What is Blizzard doing? So for those who don't know, and if you've heard about it all week, I'm sorry for bringing it up again, but this is my only place to vent, right? I got Twitter and I've got this broadcast. Blizzard So there was this Hearthstone player, and he won this big Hearthstone match. And during the broadcast, it was the aftermatch speech, he said, freedom for Hong Kong, liberty for our days, or something like that. And that was it. Blizzard banned him from competing in the grand tournament, took away his prize money, banned him for a year, and fired the two broadcasters who were interviewing him for not stopping it. What the heck? When I heard about that, the very day it happened, well, I think it was the day after, I don't know, because of time zones. But when I heard about it, I found out about it because of another a Twitter user, a gaming journalist or something. And I saw his tweet, and I retweeted it, expressing how horrified I was, because I loved Blizzard, man. For those of you who have been following me for a long, long time, Blizzard games is how I started. I started playing World of Warcraft. When my childhood was all StarCraft 2. I mean, it was just all StarCraft 2. I have the fondest of fond memories of StarCraft 2. I remember playing the original Warcraft in my school computer lab, and my lab teacher didn't understand how to install games on computers and didn't know what Alt-Tab was. Like, I knew more about computers than my teacher did at the time, as did most of the kids in my class. And so we would all play Warcraft with each other on the computers. The teacher would walk by, Alt-Tab, working on our assignments, right? So I've got so many fond memories as a kid playing Blizzard games. And I started my YouTube career covering Blizzard games, World of Warcraft, between 2007 and 2011 or 2012 or something like that. I attended every single BlizzCon, sometimes as a guest of Blizzard themselves, because I was a notable figure in YouTube at the time. I knew developers of the game personally. I never thought they would do something like this. I never thought that they would become that draconian. Now, there is a flip side to the argument, right? People will say, and I heard a lot about this on Twitter, that when you're a professional gamer and you're doing a professional broadcast, you need to keep politics out of it, right? You need to keep it about the game. And I get that. I really do. I mean, on my channel, I try to keep politics out of it. I don't want to alienate my viewers. I don't want to cause a big divide between the people in the chat every time I go live. Oh, Oxhorn's live. He's going to talk politics again. No, we get enough of that every single day. We don't need to bring that into our entertainment. I get it. But it's not like the guy went on and said, racial slurs or horrible disparaging things about an ethnic minority. All he said was that he wants freedom for his nation. That's like as fundamentally American as you can get. That's what we did. We fought for freedom for our nation. So to penalize a guy just for saying freedom for Hong Kong? What? So, okay, maybe they needed to slap him on the wrist. Fine. Let's say the Blizzard had to give him a slap on the wrist. Okay, Blizzard's an American company, but we work in China. Okay, the Chinese are real thin skin about this, so we're going to put on a show. We're going to give this guy a slap on the wrist. Okay, guy, you said something you should have. You're banned for a match. And shame on you, naughty naughty. All right. But no! They doused that guy in lava. They pulled out the flame torches and just seared that guy. They banned him for a year, took back all of the prize money that he won after working his butt off in Hearthstone. They took all that money back. They made a public example out of him. That's not something an American company should be doing. That sounds like something China would do, which is what bothers me. But it doesn't sound like something an American company should be doing. This has really gotten under my skin. I loved Blizzard. Maybe I shouldn't have loved Blizzard. Maybe the Blizzard that I knew and loved has long been gone. I understand it's Activision Blizzard now. I know, I get that. There was the acquisition. And all of the people that many of the people that I used to know at Blizzard are long since gone. I know it's changed. CEOs, Michael Morhaime is no longer in charge. I get it that companies change. But I don't know, I really feel kind of betrayed by this. It doesn't make any sense for me to feel personally betrayed because this didn't happen to me. But I loved this company and I loved the games that they did. I mean, the only reason I'm not covering Blizzard games on this channel is because I'm not terribly interested in the lore. I kind of like the lore of StarCraft. I'm not terribly interested in the lore of Warcraft. But, I mean, I thought they were a decent company up until now. I just can't believe they did this. And not only that, like, they haven't said anything about it. Like, even their employees staged a mini walkout, like they did a demonstration. This is all secondhand. I'm just repeating what I read online. I don't know anything more about it than you guys do. Like, we've all seen the same Reddit threads on this. And firing the broadcasters, they didn't do anything. They were just as blindsided as everybody else. The guy literally, in the span of 5 seconds, said, "Freedom for Hong Kong, liberty for our days," or something. What do you do as a broadcaster who's in charge of the interview? I mean, it's not like you can quickly cut to commercial. It's like, oh, stop, don't do that. But to punish those guys, they didn't do anything. It's just such a bad move. And I'm so disappointed. Have a drink, says Douglas Delegate. Cheers, Douglas. I need a drink now. So I needed to vent there because that just, I could understand if it was EA. Yeah, I'd be like, okay, but Blizzard. Man, maybe I'm just looking at the company in rose-colored glasses due to the, loving relationship I thought I had with them after all these years, but... Oh, so sad. Ethan Hughes says, just became a $100 patron member. Ethan, thank you. Awesome. Well, I'll get a notification from Patreon, and I'll send you a message on Patreon to get your name in the credits of my videos. Thank you very much, Ethan. COD Zombie says, love your vids, Ox, playing Fallout New Vegas. Love it. I love New Vegas. Every DLC, the entire story covered. The Dark Seraph says, Apple sold out Hong Kong protesters. I'd say that's worse than Blizzard. I read about that. So he's referring to Apple removing a police tracking app on their app store that the Hong Kong protesters were using to avoid police. Now, Apple's argument is that they weren't doing that. They were using the app to find police and target them, which is true. I don't know. I'm not there, but it just seems much more likely that, I mean, all of the images we're seeing from Hong Kong are like protesters getting shot or arrested. Like I saw these 2 protesters who were in the hospital after being beaten by police, getting kidnapped on their way out after being discharged. So who are they really protecting by taking the police tracker app off of the marketplace? I don't think they're protecting the protesters. Aurora says, I got to go for now, Oxhorn. Waiting for my roommate to get done working, and I want to be able to go home. Love your videos. Game on and God bless. Thank you, Aurora. God bless and game on to you. Dawson says, I'm just kidding, Ox. I agree. It's completely wrong and creepy. But your wife could use it when you're working if you die. What? Did I miss something? Did I miss a comment? Dawson, what did you say that I missed? Sorry if you said something that I didn't read. I'm scrolling up to see if I can find it. What's this about me dying? Is that in a reference to last week or something, Dawson? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand the reference there. COD Zombie says, me and my girlfriend for about 8 months now loves your vids. Thank you very much, COD Zombies, and cheers to you. You found a girl with excellent taste, if I dare say so myself. Shay Martin says, or Marin says, tunnel snakes rule. Indeed, tunnel snakes rule. Tunnel snakes would have never done something like this. I mean, they're bad, the tunnel snakes, but they never would have done something like this. Tunnel snakes should be running Blizzard. He means your clone, Douglas Delegard. Oh, Dawson. Dawson, that's right. That's the story about the clone. I'm just kidding, she says it. It's wrong and creepy. But your wife could use it when you're done or if you're done. Okay, when you're working or if you die. The clone, right. Well, I mean, clones start out as babies. It's not like you clone a person and they walk out of the clone machine and they're an adult. So before she could make use of my clone, that clone would have to grow up. A lot of creepy things in there. Just it's a creepy topic. Don't think I'm going to be cloning myself anytime soon. Cole McLean says, Liberty Prime says democracy is non-negotiable. I know. Man, is it just me, or is this really starting to get on the border of creepiness that here we are, Fallout fans, playing a game in the Fallout universe where there was a nuclear apocalypse due to a strife between America and communist China. And right now we're talking about communist Chinese principles invading our gaming space? I mean, if they ban Fallout in China, I wouldn't be surprised, I guess. A bunch of nuts says, as a Chinese myself, I have to stand with Blitz Chung on this one. I love my country, but damn, the government needs to stop censoring people. Yeah, I know I don't want to speak for the Chinese or anything, but I've worked, I had a career in marketing here in Seattle, and I worked for close to a decade with many people from China, and they were some of the best people I met, hardest working people I met, just, extremely ambitious for their careers, and I learned a lot. Like, they took me to restaurants in Seattle that I didn't even know existed. That they were great. But so yeah, I mean, it's not about the people. It's the communist government. And it's so counterproductive. We're talking about this not because he said what he said, but because Blizzard penalized him the way he did. When are these people going to learn? I mean, it's the Barbara Streisand effect all over again. The only reason we're talking about this is because Blizzard had such a draconian, extreme reaction to this guy simply saying he wanted freedom for his country. So it's in the news because of that. Good job, censorship there. If that was your goal, good job. You really sent a message. Brazos Vandergrift says, I have only dreamed of beards this majestic. Well, sometimes dreams become reality. You too can grow a beard this majestic. James Kepler says, you do realize the voice actor for Slate was the same actor for Joshua Graham? Who's Slate? I know that the same actor for, what's his name in L.A. Noire, the final detective you get to walk around with? I know he was the same voice actor for Joshua Graham. But who's Slate? I don't know that reference. Are we going to be meeting a guy named Slate in Bioshock Infinite? If so, I don't think we've gotten there. Maybe we have, and I just don't realize it. Garfunkel the Happy Clown says, howdy Ox, can't be here long, so I wish you and everyone watching a happy stream remember you're the best. Thank you, Garfunkel the Happy Clown, for stopping by. It's always good when you show up. Error 404 Gaming Not Found says, careful of the Chinese spies. Lol, just kidding. Me and the wife are watching you from Columbus, Ohio. Cheers, Oxhorn. Much love. Glad you're watching from Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, I'm not afraid of Chinese anything right now. I don't even think I'm notable enough to get in trouble for talking about China, let alone worry about them doing anything to me. That's the nice thing about being your own boss. You don't have to worry about what you say. Ah! Ah! Manuel Delp says, do you think it'll affect BlizzCon attendance? I mean, I think so. I don't know. Is this one of those things that's, everyone's really up in arms about now and it'll die down in a few weeks and everything will go back to normal? I don't know. I mean, people are still saying, Don't you all have phones? Which is the unfortunate quip that one of the developers said at BlizzCon last year. So people have a long memory, but also politics don't matter to many people. I don't know. Something about this just feels like it's going to stick. If I can predict the future, I feel like this is going to stick with Blizzard for quite some time unless they directly address it. They've got to directly address it. They've got to. They can't just ignore this and have it go away. I could be wrong. Maybe they can ignore and it'll go away, but I think they just really need to address it. Cornelia Slate, shock jockey, says James Kepler. Oh, I did not realize that the voice actor of Joshua Graham also did Cornelia Slate. Shock jockey. I forget what he sounds like. I'll have to go back and listen to my live stream again. Ethan says, are you making room for Red Dead Redemption 2 now that we know that it's coming in November? You're going to be playing it for a while. I can't wait, though. You'll love it. I am hoping to make room for it. I do want to play it, but we've got a lot of stuff. I mean, Outer Worlds also is coming out, so there's a lot to do. I might have to add more streaming days to my schedule. I don't know if I can do that and keep up my lore videos, but I may have to do that. Cobra Eels says, are you interested in covering the Outer Worlds from Obsidian? See, this is what I mean. Yeah, I am going to be covering the Outer Worlds by Obsidian when it comes out. It's something I'm really excited about because they did such a great job with Fallout New Vegas, and we will be live streaming it on this program. Jay-Z says, hey, Oxhorn, Slate was the guy at the Hall of Heroes, Tin Man. He yelled you chose to spare him being captured by giving him a soldier's death. Yes, I do remember him now. I just don't remember what he sounded like. BlizzCon is going to be a disaster, says Durag. Yeah, I know. I haven't been to a BlizzCon in many years. I think the last one I went to was like 2011 or 10. So it's been a long time, but they were great. I mean, I have such fond memories of BlizzCon. So many great people went. The community was tight. There was no controversy. It was just wonderful gamers dressing up and playing games and having a great time. And now this, man. Just, what a way to poison the well. It's such a disappointment. And it's just never going to be the same after this. Maybe it hasn't been the same for a long time. And I've just been out of it for so long that I didn't realize it until just now. I don't know. Error 404 says, I'm at work. I'm my wife's boss, but at home she is. Lol. Error 404, that's an interesting way to look at it, my friend. That's an interesting way to look at it. Brett Buss says, it won't go away, but the Chinese like to act like nothing happened, and the Chinese investors are probably leveraging them to keep quiet. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people talk about how it's the Chinese investors that are doing it and all of that. I don't know if that's true. And the reason I say that is because the CEO of Epic came out yesterday on Twitter, and, 40% of Epic is owned by China, right? 40%. I think only, and I could be getting my numbers wrong, but to my knowledge, based on what I've read, only 5% of Activision Blizzard is owned by China. Now, they do have the games, of course, take place in China, and they make a lot of revenue. Like the Warcraft movie did really well in China. But 40% of Epic is owned by Tencent, I believe, the Chinese company. But the CEO, and I forget his name, the CEO of Epic came out on Twitter and said, if this thing were to happen, we would never censor somebody for talking his politics on our stream. And then a lot of people were kind of incredulous, like, really? I mean, 40% of your company is owned by China. And he's just the CEO of Epic, flat out on Twitter saying, yeah, this will never happen. People can say what they want to about Hong Kong. I am the CEO of the company. I am the primary shareholder. I still leverage control of the company. As long as I'm in charge, people can say what they want on our platform. So how much of that is a marketing ploy? I mean, clearly he's trying to take advantage of the situation to make his company look better. But it's working because he did put some risk out there, right? He put the risk of angering people who own 40% of his company. So I don't know. Does the fact that China, as a significant shareholder of an American company, mean that an American company can't adhere to American or Western values? I don't know if that's a good enough excuse. I think it's more like the fear of China caused Blizzard to act the way they did. I don't think it was like China coming to Blizzard and saying, you now have to act this way. I think it was fear. Fear of what China might do, what might happen to the revenue that caused Blizzard to act that way. Again, I have no insider information. I'm just another gamer like everyone else. That's kind of how I feel now. Brazo says, I'm new to Fallout and have yet to beat Fallout 4. I know I'm late to the party, but what questline should I follow for the most fun? I mean, do them all. They're all great. In terms of which end game is the most fun, it depends. If you follow the railroad, so the destroying the Institute pretty much all has the same effect. Basically, the major choice is, do you want to infiltrate it? Okay, side with the railroad or the Minutemen. Or do you want to activate a giant robot that goes crashing through the ruins of Boston and blows a big hole in the ground using eye lasers to access the Institute? Well, if that's what you want, side with the Brotherhood. But then destroying the Pridwin is also kind of fun, though sad. It's really sad to destroy the Pridwin too, with all those kids aboard. So there's a downside there. And if you want to blow up kids on a Zeppelin, well, side with the Minutemen or the side with the Minutemen, the Institute, or the Railroad. But yeah, the game. I mean, any ending for Fallout 4 is fun. Ranger 343 says, "Hey, D2 is on Steam. Are you gonna check it out? Check it out. D2, Red Dead Redemption 2. Do you mean? I will be checking out Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know when, but I will be checking out Red Dead Redemption 2. Thoughts on Doom being delayed? Delay the game as long as you need. Like, I want the game to be good. That's my philosophy with any game. Oh, you're working on a game and you need to delay it? Fine. Take all the time you need. Just make sure it's great when it comes out. That's my philosophy. A Strange Viking says, "Hey, Oxhorn, 5% of Epic is owned by Tencent." Really? Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm basing it based on news stories that I read. I thought I read that 40% of Epic was owned by China in some way. I could be totally wrong. So don't look it up yourself. I am not a journalist. I'm not the source of information on this topic. Error 404 quotes Liberty Prime saying, "Communism is the very definition of failure. Democracy is truth. Communism is a lie." I mean, Liberty Prime's like my favorite character ever. No, he means Destiny 2. D2 is Destiny 2. Oh, no, I never played Destiny 1. I played the trailer for Destiny 2 before it was released. It didn't resonate with my community. They weren't really interested when I did a lore video on Destiny 2, and it didn't resonate with my community, and it's not the kind of gameplay I think I would be really interested in. Roman says, "Hey, Oxhorn, when you're done with Fallout 2, could you please do Wasteland 2 as well? It's the same original Fallout people, led by Brian Fargo." Yeah, I know Wasteland 2 was the precursor to Fallout, and that they've continued with other Wastelands since then. I don't know if I'll pick up with any of the Wasteland games, just because I'm doing the isometric Fallouts because they're Fallout, and it's part of the story, and I've started with the Fallout story, and I need to finish the Fallout story. There are so many new games that I need to cover that I probably won't be going back and revisiting older games while there are newer games to cover. Christian says, Sippin' Lefroy, PC cast, and a Gurkha 10-year aged. Cheers, man, you've got taste, my friend. What do you know, or impressions on Black Isles doing the next Fallout? Well, Black Isles is gone. It's, Black Isle was a department within Interplay. They were tasked with focusing directly on the Fallout franchise, and for a variety of reasons that none of us will go into, Interplay crumbled, Black Isle Studio crumbled. They don't exist. Like, all the people who made up those companies are now scattered to the winds, working elsewhere. Some of them are at Obsidian, some of them are doing other things. So there's sometimes, every now and then, I'll see this idea bounced around on forums or on Twitter where people are saying things like, Bethesda just bought a license to the Fallout brand for a couple of years, and one day it's going to go back to Interplay, and then finally we'll get a real Fallout game. I hate to break it to you. It's not the way it worked. They bought the franchise. There is no Interplay or Black Isles left. It belongs to Bethesda. It's theirs forever. Never going back to anyone else. So, if the underlying current of your question is, do I think somebody else besides Bethesda should be in charge of the Fallout franchise? No, I don't. I'm really pleased with the Fallout games Bethesda has produced. Fallout 76 is a notable sidestep, I'll say, but even it has good lore. I mean, I've covered a lot of the story, and it's not told the way that we're used to, but the story itself is interesting and good. It's weird for a company to create a game where all of the characters are dead. It was a really weird narrative decision for them to make. But within the context of the universe, it kind of makes sense. And the story that they produced within that framework is interesting, genuinely interesting. So I'm still intrigued by the universe of Fallout 76, and we'll still continue to produce videos about it. Error 404 says, the wife says hi, and here's a tip for you, Oxhorn. Thank you, Error 404, and hi to your wife. Cheers. Call Out 3000 says, hey, Oxhorn, I'm smoking and drinking one with you, bud. Also, I love you, man. I love you too. So glad you're here. I'll puff a big one for you. Is that what they say? I'll puff a fatty. Is where I'll smoke a doobie. I don't know the lingo. I never watched Blues Brothers. Ah! David the Dark Side guy says, I just realized that before you did Fallout and Fallout 2 lore, you streamed a boy and his dog. Not before I did Fallout 1 lore. I finished the Fallout 1 series first, but I did live stream part of a boy and his dog. I think it was before I started my Fallout 2 series. I'm not sure. But yeah, that movie, man. That movie, wow. So that's where dog meat came from. Interesting. That movie. It's free on YouTube if you want to watch it, but man, that movie. Deuteronomus says, lol, Blues Brothers is your doobie reference movie? You are old, Ox. Oh, no. Am I aging myself? I did a Blues Brothers reference on a live stream in 2019, didn't I? Whoops. Rachel says, smoke ship. Cigar heart. Oh, man, I haven't done a smoke ship in so long. Jason says, smoke ship? Well, what would the smoke ship be? There are so many people now. My live streams have gotten bigger. Pirate ship? Pirate ship, okay. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. I need to get to the game. Right, okay. Let's do a pirate ship. Here we go. Oh! Did you see it? For the briefest of moments before your very eyes was a pirate ship with like 3 masts and all of the sails waving, and it was floating on the sea, and there were pirates on it with like wooden legs, and they were saying "arr," and there was a plank, and they were making someone walk the plank. It was all there, painted in smoke. I know it's hard to believe, but there are certain powers that I possess. It's part of the set bonus, the hat, the beard, the cigar, the suspenders, all combined to grant me the ability to use smoke as my medium. To paint a tapestry with smoke of just wonder. That's what I do on this channel. I paint wonder with smoke. All right, Christian Noise says, whoops, I meant Obsidian, not Black Isles. All right, well, Obsidian never owned rights to Fallout. Like, Obsidian is a company that was founded after the failure of Interplay, within which was Black Isle Studio. Okay, time to get to the game, but a few more comments. Josh Bunton says, next Ox emoji needs to be Ox fail. Okay, Ox fail? That's a good idea. I'll have to come up with an Ox fail emoji. Douglas Delegard says, yeah, game time. Okay, give me a second. I want a refund, says Damn Skippy. What? You didn't like my smoke ship? You want a refund on my smoke ship? Just saying. Some of us have talents. And mine is painting with smoke. All right, I'm moving my my chat boxes to the other window so that I can still see all chats even when I'm gaming. Oh, you're just going to make that difficult for me, aren't you? Well, fine. Pardon me. Okay, let's get Young Blood. No, not Young Blood. Bioshock Infinite. That's the game we're playing today. Roman says, Ox, I viewed your first Scotch and Smoke Rings recently. You not only look different, but also sound strikingly different. Did you take any acting courses? No. It's called confidence. When you do something long enough, even if you do it badly long enough, you get confident. Now, maybe you shouldn't be confident. Maybe it's unearned confidence. But it's there anyway. All right, hold on. Okay, I turned the volume down by 4 decibels. Hopefully that should be enough. Deuteronomous says, oh man, I love these streams. Don't worry, Ox, I'm only 3 years younger than you. Thanks. I'll try not to feel too old, aged, decrepit, too old for gaming. Okay, everyone's saying the volume is loud. I reduced it by 6 decibels. Should be enough. Whoa, who's that guy? Oh, that's the brother and sister. Oh, it put me back here? Wait a minute, didn't I do this already? I think I did this already. Why did it put me back here?
Who those two are. They, well, at least she, invented the technology that allows the city to float.
Giant balloons.
Quantum particles, suspended in space-time at a fixed height.
So, not giant balloons?
But the thing is, my book said they disappeared several years ago.
I told you they'd come.
No, you didn't.
Right. I was going to tell you they'd come.
But you didn't.
But I don't.
You sure that's right?
Something tells me they're not exactly what they appear.
I was going to have told you they'd come?
No,
The subjunctive?
that's not the subjunctive.
I don't think the syntax has been invented yet.
It would have had to have been.
Had to have had been. That can't be.
Oh, that's right. She
Seemed
cut
to
her
want
hair. I
They
almost
seem
forgot.
to be out of their minds.
Odd, isn't it?
What's odd?
The fact that we sometimes...
Finish each other's sentences?
Exactly.
It would be odder if we didn't.
How do you suppose they manage that?
I'll get back to you after I figure out the floating city bit.
Douglas Delegard says, please turn it down a little more.
Come on. Comstock House is up ahead.
Right, it is now negative 12 decibels. I don't think I can go any lower without me being unable to hear it. Right. Man, I thought I was going to be really hot, but man, maybe it's the Scotch. That's what it is. Hold on. I am hot. What did I say? I thought I was going to be really cold, but no, I'm really hot. So I'm going to take off my coat. Oh, it is much better. Okay, so I've got a shotgun here. And I'm low on shotgun shells. Let's see if we can pick that up. In the meantime, I'll have my hand cannon out, which is a new weapon that I have really come to enjoy and love. Casper Blood says, that brother and sister are a creepy couple. Yeah. Couple being the creepy word in that particular instance. Though I've got an inkling that they're not really brother and sister. In fact, they may not even be people. I think we'll find out. Douglas Delegard says, thank you very much. You're welcome,
Seed
Douglas.
of the prophet shall sit the throne. He was grooming me, wasn't he?
Comstock? Yeah, I think so.
Why lock me up?
Well, I'm guessing you didn't want to be groomed. Maybe he had something in the works to make you a groom.
What?
I think it's best we don't find out.
Don't worry, my friend. If you were saying it, other people were thinking it.
Thought they'd stay on top forever. Ha! Look at them now.
Easy breezy. Lemon squeezy. Yeah, I remember I began playing this part last week, and I was getting low. I was running low on time, and I decided to keep playing for a little bit anyway, so we need to replay this part just a smidge. Ooh, I think I missed this last time. Did I miss this last time?
You want to take a look at this?
Okay. All yours.
$156 silver eagle.
Look, her lockpick. Grab it.
Okay, if I can find it. Oh. Oh wait, I did go in here. Hail fire! Oh, do I really? Here, let's swap out. There we go. Hold left mouse when firing the hail fire. The projectile will detonate when you release. Oh, that's right. It's like a, diesel Kraftwerk from Wolfenstein.
Who's sneaking around? I'd cut you in half.
Maybe I don't quite understand. I mean, it's powerful, whatever it is. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what it does.
Vigor, a tonic, Binks formula wonder, primal mystery. Six out. Execute anybody who looks like they give us trouble. Anyone with a gun, anyone wearing glasses. Round up the rest.
I like that carbine. I mean, this gun is cool, but the carbine...
Mr. Comstock, when we next meet, it won't be to parley. See, I went out to that Hall of Heroes to scalp your false shepherd for you. Turns out, though, DeWitt speaks Sioux. He helped me to swap words with this crippled child I've been, looking after. Now, after hearing how the kid has fared in your city, I'm thinking when we take your pelt, I'll let him hold the knife.
Thank you, whomever sent that package on Mixer. I'm still trying to figure out Mixer, but a package just parachuted down, and that's cool. Ethan says, remember to be thorough this level. There's a lot you can miss here, especially lore-wise. There's even an ability you can miss if you're not careful. All right, I will be very careful.
Do it now.
Okay.
What are you shooting at? Shall we just let it do its thing?
Got it.
Oh, what the heck, man. I didn't think by grabbing that thing up there I'd be aggroing the entire zone, but apparently I did.
Some help with this.
Give me a second. Done.
Got a lock here.
Looks easy enough.
Salty oyster.
Got it.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get ammo. But I was standing over these corpses, so missed opportunity there. And ammo is so hard to get with this gun, too. I've got it. Hello. Nope. Don't want to get demonetized. Ooh, damage boost. Okay, so RPG, machine gun, RPG, sniper rifle, pistol. Machine gun, sniper rifle, hand cannon. Ooh, which one do I do? It's so expensive. Money in this game. Damage boost 2. Holy cow. Alright, hand cannon. Reload increase. That's the expensive one. Let's get it. Now I don't have enough money for anything else. This is why I don't buy ammo. Everybody asks, everyone keeps on saying, why don't you buy ammo and first aid kits and all of that from vending machines? This is why, because I can't even afford upgrades for my weapons. I need to save all my money.
I found some money. Want it? Okay.
Much obliged.
Jumping to or from a skyline grants brief invulnerability. We'll just take that from now. Okay, now what's this? Oh, we got some bathrooms. I've got 8 rounds left for my hand cannon. It's awful. And I just upgraded it too. Okay, what's this? Oh, that's the armory. I just went to. Is there another door? Yes, but I can't access it. I could switch to my shotgun. Well, I'm gonna operate under faith that I'll get more hand cannon ammo eventually. $1 bill, y'all. Yeah, look at this. For 180% health kit, it's $36. Just no.
A carnival of thrift at your disposal.
Scott says, I believe there's a button behind the counter in the Salty Oyster. Oh. Well, well. Let's test that theory, Governor. Behind what counter?
You rather be deadly or dead?
I don't see a counter. These are the bathrooms, the gents and the ladies. I mean, there is this door, so it would make sense for there to be a button over here, but... Got a phonograph. Not seeing it. Ticketing that way. Close off. Got big wreckage over here. What happened? Ooh. Sorry, I know I'm retracing my steps here, but I'm just trying to explore everything. We need to go up. That's a dead end. Okay, up we go. Whoop, hold on, we've got a vending machine over here. What kind of vending machine is it? It's another Minuteman Armory. I don't have enough for anything that I want.
Need money?
Sure.
Take it.
Nice.
Now I do. Okay. Thanks, babe.
Here you go, you sons of bitches! Your homes are out! We are the
I love that plasmid, or vigor, I should say.
Done.
Tesla coil.
The false prophet will fall.
Ammo! Catch! Hooker, catch!
Great!
I'm trying to keep you stopped. See what else I can find.
Empty the jailhouses. United by rage. Bound by
Oh, man.
There's no way out.
Salt's here! Here you go!
That'll do! Get back here!
Oh, got him. Okay, cool.
That one.
There you go!
Beg for death. You see where it went? I'll put you down.
One shot left.
I'll try to keep you stocked.
Okay, I know there's a gun down here somewhere. Oh, carbine ammo. Yes.
Here, ammo! Take this!
Perfect timing. at me!
So bad.
Fireman, Booker!
Elizabeth.
Sure thing!
Righteous fury!
Do it!
All right!
Don't see him anywhere!
You bet! Booker, catch! That's all I have right now.
Sorry for the lack of commentary. I'm using my intense Oxhorn focus. Try and get through this thing alive. Golly. Oh, okay. What did I do here? I've got my... I lost all my good weapons. First gun, I don't even know. I lost my... I ran out of ammo for my carbine and my... There's my carbine. But that's out of... completely out of ammo. That was intense. Health kits and salts. I didn't die. But, I mean, hey, I didn't die.
Here's some cash.
Got it.
Okay. Comstock, keeper of the sword. Looks like we've got another ticket booth over here.
Fancy putting those lock-picking skills to work?
Let me see. It's done.
Hey. Ooh, readable.
The Lutece field entangled my quantum atom with waves of light, allowing for safe measurement. Sound familiar, brother? That's because you were measuring precisely the same atom from a neighboring world. We used the universe as a telegraph. Switching the field on or off became dots and dashes. Dreadfully slow. But now you and I could whisper through the wall.
Rosalind Lettuce? The twins' last names are Lettuce? Okay. And my name is Booker Cabbage.
On it.
Crank gun. Is that what I have? Oh, that would have been cool. Nah. Oh, carbine. I like it. Hand cannon ammo. Great. Now if only I can get my hand cannon back. I don't even remember where I put it. Oh, there's something up there. Great. How am I going to get up there? Ethan says it's pronounced lutis. Lutech? Lutes? Or luteche? Is it like a foreign, like a French name? Rosalind Luteche. I don't have like a, teleportability. Oh, wait, I think I got it. Nope. It's not going to do it. Oh, man. Ethan H. says that also explained how she found her brother Ox. She's an alternate version of her from a neighboring universe. It's Lutess. Lutes. So her brother's not her brother. Her brother is herself from an alternate universe. Interessant. That was really hiding. I worked for that. Use the ladder? Says Douglas Delagar. There's a ladder. I didn't even know there was a ladder. It's right in front of my face. Use the ladder, Oxhorn. Wow. How do you use the ladder? How do you use the ladder? Oh man, if this is an easy thing that I'm just too stupid to get, I'm gonna feel really embarrassed. But how do you use a ladder? You can't, can you? You can't. That's just for show. It's a fake ladder. Oh!
I'll be down here.
By gum. Can't use the ladder, but I can catapult myself up to this hook up there because I've just got grasshopper legs.
More money. Okay.
Grasshopper legs. What? These people have been bound and executed. What's going on in this alternate universe?
It's locked.
Looks simple enough. All done. Sure thing.
Don't give any like hell. Girl. Can't see him anywhere.
That's right. I summoned the cover, and then I didn't sit behind it because I'm just brilliant that way.
Not enough of you. Death to the pigs! You die here!
Oh, he shot right through my armor. I was at full armor. Did you see that?
On it!
You, come out of there! Pull the box!
For the box, my butt. Can't shoot me if I'm not even down there.
You're not going anywhere! No escape! You're not a lion! You're a pig!
We need more time.
Come back here!
These lock only pass through. We won't be able to return.
I think I got him, right?
Those
Did I get him?
turnstiles are one way. Should we check out the bookstore before we leave?
Probably a good idea. Thanks for pointing that out, Liz. Hey, my hand cannon! Yay! Hand cannon ammo full? Really? I need to increase my ammo capacity. This is ridiculous. Out of barrel.
Cupid guards secrets and possession.
Think you can pick this?
Seems easy enough. All yours.
Founders Books. Lots of fun little toys.
Huh.
Got a new outfit here. New shirt, blood to salt. Enemies provide salts upon death 40% of the time. Increases clip size of all weapons. No, I'll keep what I have, thank you. It's ammunition that is the bear of this game.
Brother, what Comstock failed to understand is that our contraption is a window not into prophecy, but probability. But his money means the Lutece field could become the Lutece tear, a window between worlds, a window through which you and I might finally be together.
So she discovered her brother.
Check out downstairs. I hear you. Come here. There's no way out.
Found anything? Booker, get up.
Ag! I lost money.
Do it!
There. Patch yourself up. Boy, that's all I've got.
You pay what you like. Get behind him.
Whoop. What is... Oh, it's a vending machine.
Sally! The bastard
bastard snuck in while the Vox was shooting up the place and took my girl. Got her locked up in the Salty Oyster, his hidden closet he keeps all his treasures. Just need to hit the button under the register to open it, but...
What? There is a button in the Salty Oyster? How did I miss that? You told me it was there. I looked for it. Okay, well, I'll go back. I must have missed it.
Cut him off!
Those assaults! Catch!
Appreciate it.
You're gonna make me run through this entire thing again.
Do it now.
Done! He's got a flak cannon! Sure thing! That's all I have.
Now.
On it!
Oh, that's right, I already took it. Oh, for crying out loud.
Go ahead!
Done!
Go ahead.
Okay!
Tear you to pieces. Do it now!
There you go!
Get after him. Smoke him out.
I'm not ready.
Do it!
On it!
Cut down the pig.
Need this?
Gotcha now.
Don't die, fucker.
What?
There, that one.
Okay.
Okay, where's your button?
There must be a button under the register.
Under the register. Oh. Hey. There we go.
Really? We just risked our lives for a bit of titillation?
I think I knew her. Worked at a bar on Houston Street.
I bet you did.
Jackson using the new ox emojis. Heal. Well, what did I just get? Return to sender.
Press to generate a magnetic shield. Hold to absorb damage and release to throw it back.
Oh.
Hold and release to create an explosive trap.
Okay.
Just what the doctor ordered.
I'll try it.
You have been transfused, brother, into a new reality. But your body rejects the cognitive dissonance through confusion and hemorrhage. But we are together, and I will mend you. For what separates us now but a single chromosome?
Weird. Okay, well, I guess they're gonna spawn again, so let's go try this new power.
I'll cut you in half. Butcher you.
Salts, take them!
Now that's a cool ability. Well, we'll see if I can get the hang of it. The trap I get, but the rest of it, not up here again. Don't hold it, just press once. Okay. Alright, I'll try that.
Do it.
There. Go ahead. I'll be fine.
Armory. Well, let's see if I can carbine recoil.
Need money?
Sure.
Here you go.
Got it.
All right, let's do it. Another myth says holding makes a projectile that you can send back. Pressing once gives you a timed buff against ranged attacks. Okay.
Can you open this?
It's a simple dual dial lock. My book said most fools keep the combination no more than 20 feet away.
Let's hope we find one of those fools.
Oh, I gotta find the combination. 20 feet away, hey? Is it going to be... on the newspaper? 4, 3, 2.
This might be it. Why are you so keen on lock-picking and code-breaking?
If you put a person in a cage, they develop an interest in such things.
I suppose so.
And I won't be locked up again.
Oh, hey, birdie. Hey. Okay. Who was that screaming?
Elizabeth.
What? Where are you going? You could go out there, right?
Elizabeth, you...
Promise me.
I will stop him.
That is an oath you cannot keep. But promise me that if it comes to it, you will not let him take me back.
It
Really?
won't come to that. All right.
Right, kill the female protagonist? No thanks. Downtown Emporium. Maybe the girl thought...
Look,
great.
Fox are tearing this place apart.
Don't make me hurt you.
Done. Be careful, flat cannon. I've got ammo.
Oh, Jiminy Crickets.
Go ahead.
Done.
Ah. Ah! Oh, that's awful. Sorry, Liz.
Rockets. Take it!
Where am I going now? This is just ridiculous. What on earth am I doing?
There! That one!
Okay!
I need a new weapon.
There! That one!
There! Watch out, rockets! On it! Haven't found anything yet.
Elizabeth?
Sure thing!
Do it!
Okay!
Oh, they're on the ship.
Found ammo!
Oh my god. Jiminy Cricket.
Push him out!
Second.
That'll do.
Okay. Oh my god.
it!
All right.
Holy hell. My God.
Do it.
All right. Now what? Arm up, I guess. Check out his corpse, okay. Was that his corpse?
Ancient mariner, that's the bigger undertow. The hated albatross.
Can you get this open? Back there at the shop, what you asked me to do.
Let's not discuss it.
No, what did that thing do to you?
If he were to take me back, that's death, Mr. DeWitt. Or something so like it, I cannot tell the difference.
Dangerous times, dangerous measures. Protect your women and your treasures.
This is just sprawling. Okay, wait a minute. Were there others, or is this the only one? I thought there was another one. Do they all go to the same place? Or are they just different ways of getting to the same place?
Elizabeth, little help?
Child's play. There.
Well, which one am I supposed to go to? The other way. Great. All right, so... I think I've seen all of those. Oh, wait, is that it?
We need to get to Comstock House, Booker. Let's head back outside.
That is it. So just trash cans. That's all I got here, huh? Okay. What about over here?
Think you can pick this?
Seems easy enough. Ready.
What? Oh my god.
Need money? Catch!
Holy hell. Very top rail.
Traitor! Traitor! Your flesh will blacken its charm!
Okay.
Take a look at this?
Come on, give me something challenging. Done.
Perfect.
Yes. Ox, you missed a code book downstairs on a shelf. Did I? I'm glad you guys are here. Let me find that real quick. I have a feeling I'll be coming back this way. Oh!
Code book. I wonder where the cipher is.
Thank you. So that's what I'm doing, traipsing around all these little side areas. Oh wait, this is the right area. The right way.
Come on now! Don't stop!
It's a Patriot!
You and me!
Get him out of cover! That'll do.
That's all I've got. Dance on your break.
Ah, he's right behind me. He's right behind me.
Deadly stampede! Captured by man! Hey!
I'll bleed you out. Where'd he go? Flush him out.
Break your neck.
See where it went?
Pin him down. Can't find anything.
Now!
Sure thing. I'll wait down here.
Looks abandoned.
Okay, well, which way? We've got two paths.
Found some money. Okay. That's all I have right now.
Ancient mariner! That's the bigger undertow! He's an albatross.
Wow.
My dear brother, these holes in the thin air continue to pay dividends. I know not which musician you borrow your notes from, but if he has half the genius of the biologist I now observe, well, then you are to be the Mozart of Columbia.
As perplexing as this city is to navigate, I have to admire the level design here. It's not easy, but it is interesting.
Now.
All right.
Okay, what were they digging up? Porter. Latus? What? What? We've got graves for the Latus twins? Oh, there's Mommy Dearest. You can't get in there. Is Liz gonna say anything? Nope, nothing to see your mom. Beloved sister. Okay, well, I know this is not the way to go, but let's see if there's anything else back here. Doesn't look like it. But what does it mean to find the graves of the Latus twins?
Here's some cash. keep thinking about that dream that you had. New York on fire. There's something about it.
Irish problem, we saw that one.
Elizabeth, little help?
Looks simple enough. All yours.
Sad to destroy something so beautiful as this city. But that's the way it always is in revolution. Something gets destroyed. All right. Almost there. Comstock house. There it is. Well, what's over this? Or over here? We got some vending machines. Are these, is this another way to have come? So weird that the game sets me up for killing Liz like that. I mean, now I can predict it. Now I can predict that I'm going to get to a point where I have to choose to kill her or have her imprisoned forever. Okay, where does this go? I feel like it's going back now.
I see it. What is anarchy if not a knife in the back of our prophet? Get him surrounded.
Thanks.
That's all I've got.
That explosion is awful.
He's gone. Reloading. Open fire. Coward! I'll kill you.
So, catch! Here!
Oh boy. Didn't die. Didn't die. want to find that Cipher. And I bet it's down one of these side paths that we take on the way here. All this time, a gun automaton standing right there. Okay. Well, Comstock House is back the way we came. Let's check out the armory. What have I got? Ooh, I've got enough. Let's get machine gun, sniper. I'm not getting any of the weapons I actually use. I could dump more money into my hand cannon and carbine, neither of which I'm using. I mean, what do I spend my money on? I can't keep any one weapon in my inventory long enough to use it for a long time, so... You know what? I'm just not going to spend the money.
Found some money. Booker, here.
What is this? Jeez, this is sprawling.
What a waste. Is the city going to come back from this?
Maybe it shouldn't.
Okay, down there it goes back towards Main Square. So, what's over here? And that's a dead end. Alright, so to finish exploring, let's go down here. No, that's the way I came. We go down here. And then that should lead us someplace where we recognize. And then we can go back to Comstock. Scotch.
Watch out, sniper!
Daisy wants you dead.
Looking for more!
Holy cow. The snipers are intense. Okay, sniper, why don't you come on out? Where was he? Jeez!
Breathe. Need more time to look.
We're sneaking around out there.
There!
Rise up! You're not a lion! You're a pig!
Ammo! Take it! Booker, catch! That's all I have right now.
That sniper rifle, holy cow, that is an intense weapon.
Why you off me?
Is that Betty Boop? I'm gonna have to turn it off. Sorry, Betty, but I don't want to be demonetized. Finally, hand cannon. 18 rounds. Can you believe it? 18 rounds for this sucker. I'm supposed to play this game with 18 rounds. Has max ammo capacity for the hand cannon. Oh. Man, they just killed all these innocent civilians. Downstairs, is this where we're gonna find the Cipher?
Yes, yes. More of your finest wine, Jane. So this
So that's why I like the hand cannon. Cool. All right? I'm not going to kill you. Don't worry.
Tonight, the prophet moved against his political enemies. He preaches mercy, but 40 souls lie tonight dead in unmarked graves. If a man was ever unworthy of grace, who would be my husband? But when I was beyond redemption, he offered it anyway. How can I deny forgiveness to one who with love granted it to me?
It's tough. That's tough. Who killed Lady Comstock? I think we learned that earlier, though, didn't we? Loading. Where's that hiccup?
Do it.
Done.
And there we go. That's the loop. So it's a big loop. And we found Comstock House, we cleared it, we got all the lore, but we didn't find that cipher. And we're back out here. Okay, I guess we go back to Comstock House, right? I'm just glad I got my hand cannon back. Wish I could find my carbine. That's not a reflection. Means I should be able to get in there. Oh!
Locked. Elizabeth?
Let me see.
Hey.
There you go.
Hello. What have we here? New shirt, Skyline accuracy. Increases weapon accuracy on Skylines. Okay, so a new outfit. Cool. Okay. I believe that's...
Want to hold on to this?
Thanks, Liz. Ox possess more machines. Yeah, I should do that. Thank you, Josh. Now if I can remember how to get back. Ooh, we got another locked door.
Did you take a look at this lock?
Really? That little old lock. All done.
Ooh. Someone didn't like Mommy Dearest. Ethan says, hey, Oxhorn, did you get the notification from my Patreon support? I sure hope so. My Patreon is revering the money, but it still says I'm a member. Hope it works. So I get email notifications about Patreon supporters. It's not connected in any way to my YouTube channel. So I haven't had a chance to check my email because I'm doing the stream. But afterwards, I will be able to check my email, and I can email you or contact you directly on Patreon about your Patreon support. Electric Touch. We'll save that. Ooh, yes. Vox phone.
In front of all the men, the sergeant looked at me and said, "Your family tree shelters a teepee or two, doesn't it, son?" This lie, this calumny had followed me all my life. From that day, no man truly called me comrade. It was only when I burnt the teepees with the squaws inside did they take me as one of their own. Only blood can redeem blood.
Man, the racism in this game is just super intense. They just rub it in your face. No getting around it. Okay, around the corner. I think I recognize this. And nope, I'm wrong. Oh, up the stairs. That's right. I do recognize this. But I came from up the stairs. But all enemies should be clear now. Let's head over to the Comstock house. There it is.
Beyond that gate lies Comstock house.
Ooh.
This is for the miracle child. Hello. I'm sorry your mother, Lady Comstock, is dead. I think she is altogether better than mine. Since you live there, can you tell me why the tower has been closed? People say it's poor weather, then the pox, then a haunting. If it is a secret, I promise not to tell a soul. Your pen friend, Constance.
Man, lots of love from France. Thank you for your hard work, says June Robin. Thank you, June. Glad to see people from France watching.
How lovely to see you. Wonderful of you to make the journey, especially considering your painful death 19 years ago.
Lady Comstock.
The dress. The thing has mistaken me for my mother.
Your fingerprints do not seem to be your own today, Lady Comstock. Are you unwell?
This isn't going to work.
I think it can.
Your mother's dead, Elizabeth.
Yes. I think it's time I paid my respects.
The body.
Let's head to where she's buried.
Oh, no. Do we have to take her hand? Oh, this is getting awful. I don't want to chop off her hand. Oh. Robert says, I haven't tuned in a while. When are you doing the story of Fallout 4? Probably sometime after I finish the story of Fallout 2. I really want to focus on that right now, since I'm well on my way through it. I want to get it done. Ooh. Hey, we didn't look at this.
Look at those pennants. Seems like the Vox had chosen their favorite color.
Seems about right.
Did I explore this? I think I did. Now that I have to backtrack, I'm not sure what I explored and what I didn't. I think I explored this. Yeah, I remember. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got this stuff. Well, let's do some grave robbing. I'm coming for you, Lady Comstock. I'm here for your hand.
Where are you going?
Not in marriage.
What are we looking for?
There it is.
No, I have altogether more sinister. Reasons for wanting your hand. Oh, Mozart.
Open it.
Okay.
It's your mother's grave.
They have her preserved in an airtight chamber. Fingerprints will get us into Comstock House.
She's your
A
mother.
mother who abandons their child doesn't draw a lot of sympathy in my book.
Take a moment to think about what you're doing.
There. Will you open the door, or do I have to go in without you?
She's still your mom. You don't really know what happened, Elizabeth. Maybe we could use wax?
It's her. How are you, Mother? All locked up in there, huh? Looks like you and I have some common ground.
Why is she so bitter?
No.
Let me do it.
I don't want to rip her hand off. Come on.
You see, child, you chose to follow a false shepherd, and he has led you astray. What I do for love. What lion does not cringe to see their cub in pain, but spare the rod, spoil the child. If you won't listen to me, perhaps you will listen to your mother.
Oh, for Pete's sake! What the hell?
Elizabeth, are you all right?
Where did she go?
Hold on, you need to rest for a minute.
No, I'm getting that hand.
Elizabeth, why is your mother a ghost?
She's not. He used me to power that device. He opened up some kind of tear. All your fault! All your fault!
Oh.
Seeing your mother is raising the dead.
Find something soon. Take this ammo. You need this.
That'll do.
Keep my eyes open for more.
Open it.
On it.
Ah! She's just gonna raise more.
He's got rockets.
Rocket in the face.
Stay with me, Booker.
Concentrate on her. She keeps summoning troops otherwise. Thank you.
Sorry, that's all I've got.
He then says, attack the mom, she'll bring the bodies back. Yeah. Does she keep going to full health every time I die?
Here, ammo! Catch, Booker!
That'll do!
Get up, Booker! Get up! You bet! Booker, get up! Booker!
Return to sender. Okay.
Haven't found anything. Here you go.
Great.
See what else I can find.
Oh, and here it tells me to change difficulty, of course.
Much obliged.
Stay with me, Booker.
Go ahead.
Done.
Oh, but I got the crank gun already while I was here earlier.
Do it!
On it. Need this?
That'll do.
Ooh.
Breathe, Booker. Breathe.
Ox, don't press at hold to accumulate damage and send back, okay?
Keep your eyes open.
I'm gonna get through all of my money. It works until I run out of vigor.
Do it. There. Take it. Get up, Booker. Get up. Stay with me, Booker.
Absorb the bullets and throw at Mama. Okay.
That's all I've got. Catch yourself up. Take this.
Perfect timing.
Well, now I'm out of salt. Finally! Doggone it.
Take this thorn from my heart!
Oh no, I'm totally out of ammo. Salts? If I can lure her up here, I can whittle her off bit by bit. If Liz can give me more salts, I can absorb more ammo for a big blast against her. Otherwise, I just have to wait for her to come up here to me and then pick her off with what little ammunition I have. There we go. More ammo. She's getting low, see? I'll just wait here. She'll come back. My shield recharges. She fiddles around down there with her goons. She'll come back to me. I shoot her, she dies. Do a barrel roll, says Strang Gang. Or Strang Geek. Well, that does sound fun. Maybe after. Come on, Banshee. Whale your way up here.
Catch!
Much obliged.
She's almost down. Wait, she's not going and healing herself, is she? Is she healing herself when she flies away?
What is she?
I don't know. What am I? My God. Is she the source of my power?
But what is she? Alive or dead?
Why do you ask?
And the delicious question is when.
The only difference between past and present
Is semantics.
lives, lived, will live.
Dies, died, will die.
If we could perceive time as it truly was,
What reason would grammar professors have to get out of bed?
like us all, Lady Comstock exists across time.
She is both alive and dead.
She perceives being both.
She finds this condition disagreeable.
Perception without comprehension.
It's a dangerous combination.
Look! Footsteps.
She goes to unfinished business.
We have to follow her. Convince her to open the gate to Comstock House.
Well, that was far and away the worst part of the game so far.
It's a shame you have need of her to enter Comstock House.
Frankly, she doesn't seem all that cooperative.
There is a way to bring her to reason.
3 truths you must discover first.
Truths which, in this world, Comstock has destroyed.
If only one of you had the power to alter time and space.
That would be a blessing, wouldn't it?
Find the 3 tears.
There's something off about Lady Comstock.
Yeah, I noticed.
No, you don't understand. She doesn't belong here. I brought something through. I'm not so sure it was her.
Ethan says, don't celebrate yet. You gotta fight her like 4 more times. Make sure to prepare and use the strategy I told you about. Oh, God. Find the 3 chairs. Of course, they've all respawned. And I have no ammo! And I'm out of salt. Okay. Maybe I lure them to some of my traps.
Perfect timing.
That's it.
Gotta reload! Death to tyrants! Flush him out!
Big Baby says, my least favorite part of the game, Oxy. Give her the 1, 2. Thank you.
Got a lock, needs picking.
That won't take but a minute. It's done.
Laboratory Latus. Hello, hello, what have we here? Ooh. Well, I think we found a tear.
There's something in there. Should I open it?
No, we came all this way just to fart around. Yes! Open it.
You are!
That's my mother.
I assure you, madam, my sexual interest in your dear prophet is non-existent.
And Madame Lutece.
Furthermore, the man is quite sterile. It's a lie. Come again, you little bastard! I want you out of my house!
She deserved whatever Comstock did to her.
Lady Comstock seems to
What
believe
did you
the
mean
child
before when you said Lady Comstock didn't belong here?
She's almost feral. It's like she's a reflection of... I don't know.
She found that less believable than her delusion. Lady Comstock seems to believe the child is a result of some errant act of carnality between myself and her beloved prophet. I told the poor woman the truth, that the child was a product of our little contraption, but I think she found that less believable than her delusion. Comstock seems to have been made sterile by simple exposure to our contraption. A theory. Just as sexual reproduction can de-emphasize the traits of each parent, so goes the effect of multiple realities on our own. Your traits dissipate until they become unrecognizable or cease to exist.
Does that mean my character is now feral since he's... I'm sorry, sterile? Since he's gone through multiple realities? Ooh. His office, 108... Bowery, New York. Only one obstacle. That's me. That's my character.
Comstock has sabotaged our contraption. Yet, we are not dead. A theory. We are scattered amongst the possibility space. But my brother and I are together, and so I'm content. He is not. The business with the girl lies unresolved. But perhaps there is one who can finish it in our stead.
I see. Ha-ha.
Feel better already.
So that explains why they needed me. My character, anyway. Oh, I really hope I don't have to fight that wraith again. Man, it was awful. Where to now? Go.
Wrong with you?
Hey, look.
Where?
Everything I say.
Where's the lockpick? You know, it's reassuring and disconcerting to see so many of my traps still around. It means I don't have to lay more traps, but it also means they weren't very effective because I didn't trap anybody.
There you go.
Gotta loot. Okay. Oh, that's my guy.
That'll do.
That's all I've got.
Absolutely terrifying.
I'll try to keep you stopped.
Oh, those crow things are awful. Ah! Ah! Awful. Yeah, where is it, huh? You walked off talking about ammo and then not giving it to me. Gosh, dang it. Who's that?
You hold on to this.
That's fine. You're just gonna ignore the poltergeist that's in this room? Okay. Okay, we got ghosts. Can we take an elevator to nowhere? Sure. We leave? What time is it? Oh man, I just reached a save point, but I want to keep playing. Do I keep playing or do I save? What do I do? Big room. Big bad guys too. Let's run. Ah!
Take this ammo.
Pin him down!
We need more time. I have salts.
I'm getting better at that
Footsteps say we go down to the vault.
thing. Holy cow. This live stream has been going on for longer than I thought. I've been too engrossed in this game. I also don't want to have to do this part over again, so let's keep going until we get to the next save spot. Seven. Oh yeah, shotgun.
50%.
What's that?
50% of everything people earn here goes right to Comstock as a tithe.
I gotta get me a job in the profit business.
Corruption. Aren't tithes supposed to be voluntary?
Elizabeth?
I can do that. Done. Want to hold on to this?
I'm just rolling in it, aren't I? Okay, when's the next save point gonna be? What did we hear? Whoa. Order. There's 60% chance to critical hit. Victims take 25% more damage when struck. I don't do a lot of melee stuff, so no.
Type 3 letters to spell the voice.
Oh, here we go.
VOX. Try the typewriter.
Hey.
Just what the doctor ordered.
I know the prophet is a liar, but he cannot be. I know the prophet is a murderer, but he cannot be. For if the future lies only in the imagination of God, why would he reveal it to such a monster?
Liz really doesn't like Lady Comstock, but the pre-ghost Lady Comstock seems fairly decent to me. Okay, let's follow those footsteps. One sniper round, right back at you, buddy. I'm getting better with this thing. Yay! Just gotta make sure my salts are up.
Some money. Want it?
And salts are back up. Great. Okay. Carbine ammo. Wasn't there a crow guy? Messing with me now. Golly. Oh. There's the tear. I hate that sound. Crows have the most ungodly, awful sound. Spectral sidekick. Oh, I missed that. Shoot.
I know the prophet is a liar, but he cannot be.
Cancel.
I know the prophet is a murderer.
Doggone it, I can't cancel it.
He cannot be. For if the future lies only in the imagination of God, why would he he reveal it to such a monster?
Bank of the Prophet. Oh, okay. Let's go over here first. Whoa. All the banks have been looted. All the vaults have been looted. Who did that? Hey.
Need some help with this.
I'll see what I can do.
Lutez says the bastard is a creation not of her womb, but of some unholy science. I do not know which is true. The child is no more divine than I. What says that from my husband's prophecy? He begs my silence, but I can only offer him forgiveness. But with repentance, need come truth. I can suffer his lies no longer.
Oh, that's what got her killed. Okay. It's the terror.
Goddamn deceit!
Where's the body? Where's the body? Ah, where's the body? I like that.
And if I do this sabotage, all their patents, all of them, Mr. Fink. Now, why does the Prophet want these two killed?
For the same reason Lady Comstock lies buried.
Child. And why does he want me to do it?
Because only you can make it seem an accident.
I don't think that's the real Lady Comstock. I think she's a combination of herself and my feelings towards her.
What do you mean?
I'm just so angry. At her and at my father. I think she's her, but she's also partly me. I'm not even sure I understand it myself.
And so, children, the answer is forgiveness.
The Archangel tells me that Columbia will only survive so long as my line sits the throne. Yet Lady Comstock produces no child. I have done what a man can do, yet there is no child. I've asked Lutez about the matter, but even she refuses to help.
Yeah, well, you're the one who's sterile, buddy. What is with this screaming? Not again. Not again. No.
You wanted you more than me!
Let's take him. Catch.
Thanks.
Where is she? Ah!
Got it.
She's almost down. Oh my gosh, die! What? Holy cow, it's like she's at a sliver of life, and I keep shooting at her, and it just doesn't go down. Can't believe they're making me fight the exact same boss again.
Sorry, that's all I've got. Take this for the bleeding. Catch, Booker.
Much obliged.
She's not dying because the accuracy of that gun is so bad. Are you kidding me? Thank God for that vending machine. All it took was a never-ending supply of salt. Oh my God, that was exhausting. And you're saying I have to fight this person again. This exact same boss fight again. Game design, man. How do you make the most of the assets you create once? Well, just make the player do it over and over and over again. Let's get out of here. But I'm learning. So the next time I have to do this all over again, I'll just make sure there's a vending machine nearby. Wait a minute. What did I forget? Oh. That's right, the elevator. Jerkin says, just think of it as one really long boss fight. That's one way to look at it. Oh, we're here. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it. It's almost 11 o'clock my time. We've been broadcasting for almost an hour, so I'm about 10 minutes to my cutoff time for cutoff limit for YouTube anyway. And it looks like we've got one more tear to find before we finally get into Comstock's house. 2 more times I got to do this. 2 more of this Wraith boss fights. Okay. Well, I think I'm developing the tactics necessary to get this done. I'm mastering this one vigor, that's for sure. I'm getting it down, how to use it. The problem is just keeping my salts up enough to maintain my barrier. But I'm going to stop complaining now. It's late. I'm going to let you all go to bed. I'm going to go to bed. Live stream tomorrow morning. Remember, on Twitch. I'm going to be doing it on Twitch tomorrow morning. I know it's new and different and strange, but we're going to be on Twitch and we'll be playing a brand new game, The Call of Cthulhu. It's slow-paced, detective, kind of like The Sinking City. Not a lot of high-octane moments like this game, so perfect for a Friday morning with a cup of coffee. I hope you'll join me then. Thanks again for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Douglas Delegard says, good night, Ox. Rest well. Thank you. I will rest well. I'm going to go straight to bed, and I'm going to dream of electric sheep, I guess. Chris says, come on, Ox, just play 2 more hours. No, I'm not falling into that trap. I've done that before. In the past Bioshock games, people in the chat, oh, Oxhorn, you're almost there, just 1 more hour. Or Oxhorn, you just got 1 more boss fight. Okay, says I. And we just run along for 1 more hour, 2 more hours, 3 more hours. Oh, Ox, I forgot about this part. Oh, I totally forgot about that part, Ox. Yeah, I know how this game is played. Well, I mean, I don't know how this game is played. I mean, I'm learning how this game is played, but I know how this game is played. In the chat, no, we're saving this. We're going to save this for next week in Scotch and Smoke Rings. And it's fine. It'll be good. If we beat it early, then we'll beat it early. But I don't think we will. I think we've got quite a bit of Bioshock Infinite ahead of us. So there you go. I hope you all enjoyed the new emojis. Ethan Hughes, he's using all the Mirelurk Den ones. Jerkin is doing the ash pile. Love it. All right, my friends, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to hit the sack. Remember, tomorrow morning, Friday, Call of Cthulhu. Be there or be square, guys. Tunnel snakes rule. Have a wonderful night. Thanks again. Bye-bye.